Hey guys, and welcome back to Transcend. I'm sitting here with my friend Vaughn.
What's up, guys?
We're kicking off our sprint number 2 today, and Vaughn and I have been talking a lot together about the phenomenon of how to self-motivate,
That's right.
and particularly for your fitness life and getting to the gym, getting into your workout when you know it is just as hard as hell and just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, like when you're exhausted, you want to do anything but work out. You just want to like fall onto the couch, take a nap, but you got to.
And it's interesting, like a lot of people I talk to at the gym when I'm there, how many of them have something to say about, I'm so damn tired. I had to really force myself to get over here.
Hmm.
I'm really low on energy, but I'm here. And so it's quite an often thing where it's just really difficult to force yourself to get to the gym. But, all our good friends and peers at the gym do it anyway,
Hmm.
even after a really hard day of work and having such low energy and literally it being the last thing on their mind.
That's right. I mean, the gym is, a necessity for these people. I would say so. It's a necessity for us. We've made a commitment.
Yeah.
Um, you know, Physical and mental health are perhaps the most important aspects of our lives, that we can work on, that we can try to improve or try to keep healthy at all times. And ironically, they're probably also the most neglected in our society.
Yeah.
The difference between a person who uses, any old excuse to skip out on, an aspect of their fitness, and we know that fitness plays into mental health as well. Physical health and mental health are related. But, the difference between that person who's making excuses and, the person who allows themselves no excuse,
Yeah.
it defines a whole lot about their character. It says a whole lot about that person.
Yeah. It says almost everything about that person as far as a productive and healthy, aspect. And the strange thing is, it seems like so many people work so hard on the things that actually, in the grand scheme of things, are a low priority. A job,
Hmm.
you think it's your top priority, the most important thing you have in the world. But if you really step back and take a look at the people having heart attacks at their jobs,
That's right.
you start to realize what actually is the priority in that moment, right? But in that case, it's a little too late. And you had the heart attack when you didn't really need to. Where if you realized the real priorities before, leading down this path, then it could have avoided a tragedy.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, some people get so involved into in this unhealthy routine. It might be productive, but in essence, it can still be unhealthy. And um, that's something that we want to keep you mindful here of at Transcend is, making sure that you are making the time and actually making the commitment to better yourself in, the physical and mental realms.
So before your job, your relationships, even, and your finances, all of these things, it's really important to have a heavy, heavy focus and effort on your mental and physical state. Because without that, none of those things that are important to you, like your relationship, your job, your finances, are going to be very stable. And
Agreed.
so it's a necessity.
Hmm. Yeah. For us, there's literally never the possibility that we won't work out for a week. I mean, I know a lot of people who are like, I've got all this stuff going on, I'm moving, or I, like got family things, or, I'm going on vacation, and like I won't be working out for a week or 2 weeks or a
Yeah.
month. And, for us, there's never that possibility. We
Yeah.
are always going to make the time to, better ourselves physically. There's no excuse that we can come up with to not do it. I mean, rain or shine, we'll be there.
I think we're so deep into our fitness development that, like we mentioned before, there'd be a hole there.
Hmm.
It's a very, very obvious, painful absence of, when our fitness is missing, when we miss, even 2 or 3 workouts because of all the other things going on that just conflict with our schedule so much, we really feel that and despise it happening because we just know that we haven't worked on our bodies in the last 3-4 days. And so it really, we start to feel that absence.
And if you've made that commitment, then you'll start to feel that absence too when it's out of your life. And that absence, it's a terrible feeling, but it is a good thing because when you feel it, you're more motivated to supplement it, right? You're more motivated to have it in your life. And so here at Transcend, we want you to treat your fitness like a vow. You have vowed to yourself that you are going to make yourself better today than you were yesterday, really no matter what.
Yeah. Make your vows like you do in marriage to your fitness.
That's right.
But unfortunately, half of marriages end in divorce. So make your vows stronger than those in marriage to your fitness.
That's right. That's right, guys.
There are no breaking your vows to yourself and your body and being as healthy and powerful and vibrant as can be.
Yeah, and that being said, like any commitment, any vow, there's going to be days where it's just tough. There's going to be days where you just are not motivated, where you don't want to, right? Even when you're committed to your goals, you're going to have those times where like every fiber of your being is like, no, I don't want to do this right now. But you have to do it. You've made a commitment. You cannot get out of a commitment. You are committed to it. And so Casey and I are going to share with you briefly, the things that we do, or the things that we believe, our philosophies, how we get motivated, to maintain this commitment, even when it's difficult.
Yeah, so again, we don't know what works for every single person, but we do know what's worked for us. And like I mentioned before, oftentimes that'll work for others as well. So Vaughn, I'm curious, how do you get over the struggle of that motivation and actually make it happen when it's difficult?
Yeah, I actually look at it as a mental test. I kind of like to test myself. This is me against me. It's kind of a game, like how far can I push myself today? It's just this, like, you can do better. You can do better. Like what obstacles are in my way? I'm going to surmount those obstacles. How can I get over them? I'm a really busy person. Sleep doesn't always happen in the amount that I want it to.
Yeah.
And, quite honestly, with, everything that's been going on lately, I haven't been able to work out until, fairly late at night after, a day of work or whatever. So often I'm really mentally fatigued, by the time I get a chance to work out. My job is pretty mentally taxing. It's not physically taxing, but it's mentally taxing, and I'm really tired. But I don't treat my workouts as optional. It's not optional for me. Every lift is something that has to happen, regardless of the circumstance, regardless of how I feel. Even if I'm sick, I'll find a way to work out. Honestly, it's bad. It's like I need to push myself.
That can often actually help alleviate your sickness.
Yeah, I've heard stuff that says that working out can actually do that.
You trick your body to make it feel like it's normal and strong.
That's right.
And oftentimes that sickness kind of just gives up, right?
Yeah, I mean, the way I view it, Casey, like I'm making a sacrifice for my passion. Fitness is my passion. It's my commitment. But, more importantly, I'm passionate about it. And, I don't care how horrible I feel. It's going to happen. I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this. And I view it as kind of a noble cause. And I think that the secret is to kind of view your goal or your cause as something far above yourself, right? Like you should just venerate it, respect it in every way. It should become like almost like a religion. Like obviously I'm not like preaching a cult here, but in this sense, every minute that you spend in devotion to your goal is going to feel so much more significant. It's like you're part of something greater than yourself.
Yep. The
And you
cause is
are.
there before, during, and after
Yeah.
our life.
And you are. That's the thing. You are part of something greater than yourself. You're building yourself to be the very best that you can be. You're working towards something that is literally above you right now. And, you have to learn how to embrace the struggle and essentially fall in love with it.
I like that a lot.
What about you, Casey? What do you do?
It's very, very similar. And, like I mentioned before, you and I have so many similarities in this journey of
Yeah.
fitness, and including our body weight and our height and our ratios and all that. It's so, I mean, we've found the perfect competitive, mirror of a fitness partner
Agreed.
in each other, I
Yeah.
think. And so that's pretty exciting. But I see my workouts as musts, like yourself, musts of the day, a lot like work is. If I did not wake up, force myself to get out of bed, get in the shower, eat, and go to work, and be productive and effective for the whole day, then a lot is at stake.
Yeah.
All my possessions, my house, my car, I could potentially go bankrupt if I just didn't show up to work because I was too tired and it was a low priority. So it's not an option not to do that. And I just don't negotiate with myself, no matter what it is, even if it's, aside from just fitness, whatever it is, I just don't allow myself to try and pull myself back from doing something I know I'm supposed to be doing. And so I just simply keep the same perspective and just convey it over to my fitness. My fitness is as high of a priority as anything else. And so it's always important to keep our why at the forefront in our mind. We should never be thinking of the excuses or the circumstances instead of the goal or the results in mind.
Yeah.
Those should never be stronger than the end result in mind.
I agree.
Those excuses.
Yeah.
And another thing I like to do is when I'm starting to feel weak-minded, like, a lot of people in this world, I start to look at the ones who aren't and use those people as inspiration. The ones who are doing the things that I know my best self should be doing and would be doing in my best form. And so there's a lot of those people around me too, and I've been fortunate enough to meet those people who inspire me and have a lot of them close to me in my life. And whether it's I know them personally or it's just public figures in the world of fitness that I look up to, there's a lot of them who just have the strongest mindset you can imagine, as strong as their bodies. And so I basically act as if that weakness doesn't even exist and it's just not an option. A lot of us, what we're missing a lot of the time is that initial spark.
Yeah.
When that feeling when you get really excited about something, an idea, and you just put it all together in one moment.
Yeah.
Like a full plan, and you're just full speed ahead. And you, like, let's say you get an idea at 10 o'clock at night, and you're working on the puzzle pieces for that until 3 a.m.
Yeah, you're just up all night thinking about it.
And it starts with that spark, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are missing that spark most of the time, that ignition. And that's the most important part of the process, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
The ones who just can't make it part of their routine, a must every day, they need that spark. So you got to find out how to easily ignite that spark anytime you need to. Let's say it's every day for the gym. You figure out what to put in your view at any given time to spark that desire, that motivation, and that excitement just to get into your workout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe you just find something that you enjoy doing, right? I mean, like, make it enjoyable for yourself. Yeah, I think that that's a really important thing that a lot of people don't realize is that, physical fitness can take so many different forms, and there's really something in it for everybody. So I think that finding that thing that really you enjoy doing to get fit is really imperative to, keeping that spark ignited,
Yeah.
right?
Or finding a reason, you know, that really makes you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some days where I'm just way more excited to get to the gym than others,
Oh, totally.
which I
Yeah.
usually am anyways. I am at the point like yourself where I really enjoy being at the gym and in my workout and just making it happen,
Mm-hmm.
But there are other days where I'm a lot more excited to get there, and I speed to the gym, and I love to jump into the workout. And that's because I had something in that particular day that sparked that excitement, that desire. And so whatever that is, it could be something as small as watching a YouTube video of your favorite bodybuilder, or
Absolutely.
powerlifter or marathon runner or whatever, CrossFitter, whatever it may be. That's just one example. So try and find something that does that for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
to where you just want to hop in your car, get to the gym, or just sprint out the door and run your 3 miles around your neighborhood, whatever that is. So we all need it.
I agree. We all do. And just remember that when you find that spark, like, this is a commitment. This is a commitment. There are no excuses. Get in there, and more importantly, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Come to love it. We do. I mean, we did. It's possible for anybody. It's possible for you. You
Yeah.
can fall in love with bettering yourself. It's just all about developing that mindset and finding what works for you.
Guys, if you've had trouble finding that enjoyment after several approaches, just give it some time, because the enjoyment will come, whether it's from the results you see or just making it part of your life and who you are. It'll come eventually.
That's right. Uh, I guess we can wrap it up from there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's crush those workouts today. Leave a comment, like, share, do what you will. We hope to hear from you again.
Talk to you next time.